Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you guys kind of an intro into Figma and how to create a very beginner-friendly website prototype. So over here I have opened up the desktop app of Figma, and I just kind of prefer to use this over the web browser version as I'm able to access any fonts that I've downloaded on sites such as Adobe Fonts or the font, for example. So because I want to use fonts that I've previously downloaded, I'm just going to be using the desktop app version. So I'm going to go up here and create a new design file. We have it open up here. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to my frame tool. As you can see over here, the Figma provides a lot of different sizes for a lot of different kind of platforms. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the desktop and I'm just going to click the very basic desktop kind of sizing over here. And I'm going to go back to my frame tool and I'm going to start just kind of creating a simple layout. So I'm going to have a little tab up here. I'm going to fill it with a color. So I'll do this kind of cool little green color up here. And another thing you can do, you can add some text within your frame. So I'm going to add just kind of a simple text. So back to school sale, 25% off. Cool. And I'm going to select all of that. I'm going to change my font to a font that I previously downloaded. And I can also change the sizing. Maybe we'll do 24. And you can also change the color of your font. So I'm going to try to aim for kind of like a brown kind of color. And so in order to kind of center this better and kind of a more efficient way to center it, you're going to click on kind of this back. I'll go here so you can kind of see. So I'm going to click my frame right here and I'm going to go here to where it says use auto layout. And as you can see, it easily centered my frame. So no matter how you move it, how you scale it, it's always going to kind of be centered. So I'm just going to move it here. Maybe we'll make it slightly bigger. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So I'm also gonna now start adding in maybe some photos and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of create a frame for where I possibly want my photo. You can go to fill and you can go here to upload from your computer. So I'm gonna click a recent photo that I just downloaded from a free to use site. There we go. We can kind of scale it to however we want. You can also use the crop tool here to kind of help adjust how you want your frame, your photo to be framed, either crop it or not. I'm just gonna leave it. You can also kind of play around with the exposure, contrast, just kind of edit your photo all types of ways. So I'm just gonna leave my photo as is. So we'll leave it like that for now. I'm gonna go back to my frame tool. I'm gonna make another little box just to kind of start building out my layout of my website. You'll go for some kind of pinky color. Okay, just make sure everything is kind of laid out as neatly as possible. Okay, add some more text. So this is going to be the name of my brand. Okay, awesome. There we go. And I'm going to change it to another font that I have downloaded. Select it all. Let's change the font to something bigger. You can resize it and we'll kind of snap it to as close to center as possible. Let's see. There we go. Okay, cool. So, our website is kind of coming together now. I'm actually going to go back to the frame tool now, and I'm going to make kind of little home buttons for my page. So I'm going to create a frame. I'm going to fill it. Maybe I'll fill it. We'll choose one of the colors that we already have. I'm going to go to my corner radius. You can either type in a number or you can click right here where you see it changes my arrow. And you can kind of drag it across your screen and it automatically rounds your corners for you. I'm going to put some text inside. So we'll put home. And I'm just going to make it smaller. Maybe we'll do just a 40. And we'll kind of do the same thing. So I'm going to click back here so it selects my frame. And I'm going to go to layout and just kind of auto layout it. And a nice thing about this as well is no matter what you type, right, it kind of stretches out with it. So I think that's a cool feature. And I'm also going to go ahead and make this an asset. And now what an asset is in Figma, it's kind of similar to how InDesign has object styles. So we're going to go up here to kind of like this diamond shape. We're going to create a component. As you can see, your color has changed. Go to your assets, and you can find right here that you have created an asset. And this is just kind of useful if you know you're going to probably be like reusing like a certain design throughout your website or your app that you're making. It's good for things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and make more buttons. So we'll do a contact, and we'll do one more. We'll do a shop. And an easy way to kind of align this all so they're all in like the same line, just select them all, and we'll go again to our auto layout. And another cool thing we can do is we can go over here to auto, where it will now help fix horizontally the spacing, so that way it's like nice and even. So you don't have to like eyeball it or guess it or spend like forever trying to like make sure everything is centered. It automatically does it for us. So that's pretty cool. And another fun thing about assets, I will say, if you go to your original asset that you created, and let's say I'm not really feeling that pink color anymore, maybe you want to try green out instead, it changes all your assets for you. So as you can see how it's like very similar to like either like parent pages or like object styles that you find it in design, kind of like when you change one thing, it changes it for all other things, you know? So that's a pretty useful tool, I would say. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go off screen real quick and select some text that I wrote previously, just to copy and paste it. And I'll just adjust it so it's like smaller. And you can, of course, kind of like align this however you want, whether you want to center to the right. So you can adjust it however you see fit. I'll just do it kind of like centered like that. Okay, cool. So I think this page looks pretty okay. I don't mind it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. So it automatically does this. And I might just kind of like switch some things around over here. Okay, so I have been designing a little bit more, just very briefly. So you can see I just kind of added text. I added like more photos, more boxes and text and stuff like that. One thing that I did want to mention though is that you can create text or paragraph styles similar to InDesign. So you can go right here and you can add a text style. And let's just say I want that to be like my body text, for example. You can create that style. So that's just kind of like one other thing that I wanted to mention. Here, for example, we could create another one. We could make it to be like a title, for example. Yeah, that's just like another feature that I wanted to share with you. Okay, and then to easily change our photos inside, we can go to image and we can do upload from computer. So let's see if I could find another image. Let's see which one looks pretty good. That looks kind of cool. So we'll do that one and we'll just do maybe like here. Okay, now that I'm like pretty happy with how my overall layout looks, we can start going into the prototyping. So you're gonna go up here, you're gonna click your prototype, and I'll just start off with this shop since it's right next to here. You're just gonna click on this blue kind of plus sign here and drag an arrow into your desired desktop. And you can see right here, you have like the trigger. So mine is gonna be when you click the shop button, it's going to navigate to your desktop too. And you can also do like different animations and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to do it instant since it's just a button. And I mean, you can like mess around with that kind of stuff, but I'm just going to keep it very simple, especially just for this tutorial. And then for the about one, I'm going to go ahead and drag it all the way over here. And I'm just going to kind of do it for each page that I created, just so make sure everything flows properly. So my about is over here, and then I'll do the home page here, and the shop will be right here. And then if you ever wanted to like delete something that you did, you could just click on it and just hold down your delete button, and it'll just delete it automatically for you. But I'll go ahead and re-add that. So I want to say our prototype will work well. And as you can see, it kind of creates this kind of like flow chart kind of thing to kind of show you where everything goes. But of course, it could be kind of confusing. So in order to test it out, you can go over here to your play button and press present. And we can start testing out our buttons. So let's go to about. There we go. It takes us to our page. Go to shop. Go to home. So yeah, it looks like it works pretty well, in my opinion. And you can also, if you want, send it to other people, either by email, you can copy your link just to see if they think that it works well, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's kind of like an intro breakdown on how to use Figma, how to create a very beginner-friendly website. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned a little bit about Figma and whether or not this is something you're interested in, for example, to use in your projects. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, any comments, anything like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.